So Bumper, tell me the importance of water and hydration, specifically for athletes and even peak performance athletes.
As an athlete all my life, and as athletes that I trained in my gym for about 9 years, it was very important that I got this kind of water into them as well. And here's why it's so important. Every one of us, when we drop just 2% body or water in our daily intakes, if we're 2% lacking or dehydrated, we call it, then it affects the performance of that athlete or any person. If you're a construction worker and throwing a hammer around with nails in it all day and you're not drinking enough water, you're in the same boat, because we get this in the middle of the afternoon in the office place. We get this fuzzy, you know, there's a little let down in the middle of the afternoon, and you're getting groggy, sleepy. That means you're dehydrated right off the bat. If you're just 2% dehydrated, your performance falls off 65%. That's huge. So that's why we try to, you know, deal with that on an athletic basis. If you're a professional athlete and you're drinking Gatorade, guess what? That's just sugar water with a very few electrolytes in it. It's better to have the water that actually get into your system, because the microstructure is so small that it gets into the cell site and brings the hydration up a level. Hydration, of course, is like a Mylar balloon. The night before at the party, it's big and full. You get up the next morning after the party, and it's laying on the floor and it's all crumpled up. That's what your cells look like when you're dehydrated. So it's extremely important for all of us, every one of us, not just including athletes, to be hydrated every day with water.
Right, right. I've heard that hydration is really important. I also hear that that a lot of peak performance athletes, because they're taking on so much more oxygen and they're really pushing the limits, that they really have an increase in free radicals. What do you know about that?
Free radical damage is going on all the time in us, and it's a raging fire, just like the fires we had in Southern California, you know, this last couple of years. Our bodies have a battle going on with free radicals. If you are a smoker and you take one puff off or hit off from a puff of cigarette, it's 1 billion free radicals that just went into your body, and your body's got to deal with that. So in order to get around that, you have got to put in oxygen from our water. Comes into the system, as well as the ORP value that comes in there. That's